friends, I'm Stephanie Hansen. Let's go! I've been cooking, eating, and talking about it for years.
This is amazingly good.
Now I'm inviting you along for the ride. You seem like you're pretty adventurous about food. Meet the chefs, home cooks, restaurateurs, and bakers honing their craft. Oh, look at that technique. And try new recipes with me in my kitchen. It's simple, it's easy, that looks amazing. There's always something delicious to share. This is Taste Buds. Hi Taste Buds, I'm on East Lake Street in Minneapolis and I'm going to Laune Bread because we are focusing on bread this week. I have never met a pretzel, a bit of focaccia, a croissant, a crusty roll that I haven't absolutely loved. So we're gonna talk all about how we use local grains at Laune Bread. Then we're going to my friend Marty's Deli. And Marty's Deli is becoming a cult classic. People are lining up for blocks to get her breakfast sandwiches that she makes on a homemade focaccia dough. I am so excited. In fact, I'm gonna get her to teach me how to make focaccia at home. And Taste Buds, if I can do it, you can do it. So let's go in and see if we can get some tips. I am here at Laune Bakery with Tiff, and she started this bakery with Chris, right? Who's sick this week. So sorry, Chris, but we're so glad to be in your bakery. Tell us a little bit about this location, because it's fairly new, isn't it?
Yes, we've been here for 2 years.
Yes.
And we have a storefront retail bakery here and also a subscription bakery that we deliver to Minneapolis and St. Paul. And 98% of our bread is sourced with Minnesota grain. These are family-owned farms, and we know them by name. We've visited their farms.
I eat your bread all fall and winter, just so you know.
So great.
If you're a toast person or an avocado toast person, you gotta get here. Tiff, what are you gonna show us today?
Today, we are going to be working with naturally leavened sourdough. All of our breads here are sourdough. We love the natural flavor.
Yeah, it's kind of the yeasty, a little sour. It sticks with you a little bit longer.
It actually helps improve the shelf life of the product as well too. So
I did notice that about your bread. It lasts a super long time.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna for sure need an apron, so let's go. All right, I've got my apron. I need to get my hands washed.
oh, Steph, this is a dishwashing sink. The hand sink is over
I can't wash my hands at the
You're
dishwashing
welcome
sink.
to wash dishes.
You can dress her up, but you can't take her out, people.
We are just getting ready to do our pretzel shaping. These are naturally leavened, whole grain, wheat sourdough pretzels. We make a ton on Saturdays and deliver to all the breweries in town. So what I'm doing is applying even pressure from the middle to the outside. And then when I get it to about 14 to 16 inches, I start applying more pressure on the sides of my outside of my hands to start thinning out the ends of the pretzel. If you think about it too much, that's when you might make an error.
Well, gee,
And
imagine
then-
that.
So
I mean-
flip those arms one more time. If we go like this, oops. And then that, a double twist, and then at the end you just push them down.
No, I'm not gonna put my pretzels on your pretty sheet because what if a customer has to eat mine?
That would be amazing.
They're a little just PHAT, little fat and happy. That's perfect. All right, so that's it. Maybe I wasn't making them long enough.
That's great.
Okay, I feel confident enough that that one can go on the tray.
Yeah.
My arms are still a little fat, but you know, now we have to eat them, right?
Yes. These were baked this morning.
This one looks cheesy.
This one is cheesy. It's got salty Gouda and some Fresno chili peppers on it for a little heat. I really like the variety of texture that this has.
Yum, do I have to wait for you?
Oh no, just go for it.
First of all, your mustard is amazing. Like you
does
could
have-
sell it.
We do sell it actually.
Ooh,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna buy some. I love the crispy bits of the small little hand pieces, but I really want to get into this big, fluffy hunk of ready McBreadiness. Yeasty, smooth. You can really taste the grains.
We actively try to make everything 50% or more whole grain. both for the flavor, the nutrition, and also just honoring that whole grain flour.
There's almost a molasses sweetness.
We used to use cane sugar molasses, but we actually switched to Wisconsin sorghum syrup.
Oh,
So
nice.
We were really happy to find a local farm.
Another super regenerative crop.
Yeah.
These are not your grandma's pretzels. These are Tiff's pretzels, and they're a little bit elevated and very delicious. I'm just gonna like stay over here with my little pretzel plate and my mustard. What are you making next?
It's just about time to do some shaping of the sourdough.
Sorry, pretzels, I'll have to come back for you.
So we call this the bench rest. It's rested for about an hour, actually.
They took a little nap.
And now we're ready to do what's called the final shape. And
Okay.
I'm not trying to have too much flour on the bench because I don't want to include any unfermented dry flour inside the loaf.
Yeah, because it's just gonna make it dry and chalky.
Yeah, if you want to give it a stab.
Why are we so afraid of bread? Not you, me. Why am I so afraid of making bread? It seems like the most holistic thing in the world.
I think there's a lot of pressure now in social media to have like the iconic perfect loaf. And when you're first starting baking and just wanting to experiment, I think we always give ourselves too much pressure to have it look how it looks on the cover of the book that you're
Yes,
referencing,
absolutely.
or the Instagram handle that you're using. And honestly, what really matters is how does it taste? Like, do you like it? Like,
And does it make you feel good
Yeah.
when you eat it? Okay?
Great. She's cute.
She has a little bit of a seam right there, but
A little bit of a booty.
yeah, a little bit of a booty call. Let's make some more booty bread.
Our next bread we're gonna shape is something really special. Apple flax is what we call it. We are still working with Wisconsin apples from Mary Dirtyface Farm over in Menominee.
Okay, I'm gonna,
To
all right.
just lightly degas.
Degas.
And then fold over like a top and bottom. And then just like two little dog ears, you're gonna bring this to the middle. Bring your two corners in. There you go. And then last pieces, we're gonna just tuck it like a burrito a little bit.
This one is a little wetter dough.
That is true. We have that roasted fruit in there. It's adding more hydration to the dough. So this one does get a bit stickier.
Kind of looks like an amoeba. Do you want to help it a little?
Oh, I think we can encourage it a little
Okay.
bit. There we go.
Help it along. It's just the different texture is tougher.
It is. So our doughs tend to be a little bit wetter or higher in hydration.
Yeah.
Use more water.
The last spread is the focaccia, right?
Yes. So this one is the slowest and needs a lot of encouragement, time, and patience.
Encouragement, time, and patience. That's what my kindergarten teacher told my mom about me.
So this is our focaccia. We, instead of using olive oil, we choose to use sunflower oil. That's Smoothies oil. It definitely adds a different kind of nuttiness.
You made that look real easy. Okay, here we go.
Get a partner.
This could be like a fun date night. It's kind of hot. Like Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore, yes.
Mine totally went there. I'm just not going to hug you right now.
No, but I get the general idea. Okay.
Cool.
This is so fun. I'm gonna get my application because I'm gonna come work here. All right, Tiff, we have shaped, we have rolled, and these are our final products.
Here we have our bread, which is 60% whole grain. It's really, really a versatile bread that you can use. And what we try to do with our breads is how can we use it in more than one application.
It's got like the perfect sour note to it. It's yeasty, the crust is like perfect, and the crumb is soft inside.
What we really try to strive for is a balance of flavor. So nothing too sour, but also fruity, grain forward. We also have the apple flax that had the roasted apples.
Okay, the roasted apples are inside there.
here.
All right.
The fruits are like little gems inside.
I think it's so cool that you roasted the apples before you put them in here. That's like an extra level of sweetness.
It also helps reduce the amount of water that's in that fruit. Otherwise, if you just put fresh apples into your bread, which you totally can do, you end up getting a wetter dough, which can sometimes be a little bit tricky to handle.
And you can definitely taste the apples, but it's not like an apple bread. It's like a bread with apple, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's more of an accent, and when you get those notes of like a chunk of apple, you really taste it. It's kind of apple buttery, jammy in that sense. Our butter croissants are rooted in French Swiss technique. And you can tell that with our croissants, what makes them very distinct from here is that we use nearly 60% whole grain flour in our croissants.
I've had a million croissants in my life. This is so delicious. And it's like, I love almond croissants.
The nuttiness is actually just the whole grain wheat.
I'm so glad you made me try that.
Good.
Because literally, like, that is mind blowing.
This croissant is special because, again, with locale, we have Laune.
You said locale as in where we're located, not locale.
yes.
I'm like, there is nothing about that. That is locale.
Our neighbor down the street has Concord grapes in her yard, and she said, please come pick them. And we did, and we turned it into jam. So we have that Valrhona chocolate. We have a nice fruity, caramely Concord jam with it.
Wow. I'm just like blown away by everything I've experienced today. You make a huge difference in a farmer's life when they know that you're going to be buying X amount of product from them, and that circle of regenerative neighbor community. It's really, really important. I just wish you lived right next door to me. All right, thanks for being my new taste bud. I mean, this taste bud thing is really great. You gotta try it. So fun. Wow, we learned a lot about breads already, but if we're gonna talk about focaccia in particular, we had to come to Marty's Deli in Northeast, the focaccia sandwich capital of Minneapolis. This is Martha Polachek's sandwich shop. Let's go see how she does it. Martha! Hi, taste buds. We have finally made it to Marty's Deli. I'm here with Martha Polachek. She is the Marty, the only Marty. That is her nickname. This is her sandwich shop. You started out in some 1973 Volkswagen Westfalia van, right?
That's right, yeah. My brother's beater of an old van that he...
It really was a beater. We'll have to show you a picture.
It cost $500 like 10 years ago, but it's kind of like how we gained a following and got to open this.
It is a focaccia following. I can't wait for you to show me your specialty.
Let's do it.
We are professionals in Martha's kitchen at Marty's Deli. Okay, are you ready? It's focaccia time.
This is our just classic focaccia dough, flour, water, yeast, a lot of olive oil.
I feel like this is like my stomach on a Saturday night.
Before a Marty's breakfast sandwich.
Yes!
This got an overnight rise. Now we're gonna lay it out, get it ready to bake. All we need to do is grease it up with more olive oil.
And is that because that's kind of what fries the dough?
Yes, we go for really golden here. That's not really traditional, but we're, you'll see that in the baking
And you want
process.
a sandwich, you want it to hold up to all the toppings.
Yes, we want a little bit of a crust. Go ahead.
Okay, oh yeah, we need the scraper. And this is a bench scraper.
That's a bench scraper, beautiful. This is the good stuff down here, the oil.
The olive oil, okay.
Yeah, the oil likes to fall. Now we're just gonna spread it out. Do you want to try?
Yes.
Just gonna try to even it out. We just kind of like ease it to the corners.
Easing. And you can tell you've handled dough a lot because you're just like,
we do a lot of this, yes. So we just kind of let this hang out.
Yeah, let's let Flossie rest.
Yes.
I don't know why we're calling her Flossie, but she looks kind of like a Flossie. Okay, Flossie is rested.
She's tempered now. She's a little, you can feel she's not quite so cold anymore.
She's still got a little gas.
Yes.
You know, and that's good when you're dealing with focaccia. You want a little bit of a gassier dough.
Now we just go through and we dimple. Do you want to try that?
Dimpling.
Beautiful.
Yeah, because it's already so relaxed. The dough is just kind of filling in our dimply spots.
Exactly.
But the dimple is getting olive oil into and around the top of the dough too, right?
Yes, exactly.
This looks like crushed red pepper, oregano, something that looks sesame seedy.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. We use Aleppo pepper, crushed Aleppo pepper, toasted sesame seeds, and oregano.
Okay, I got it. I'm pretty good at that game, actually.
Okay, so now we're just gonna sprinkle it around.
Okay. You sprinkle from like 15 feet above.
Yeah.
Is the magic that they tell you in chef school.
Did you say 15 feet above?
Oh, yeah, 15 inches, not feet. See, this is why I didn't get accepted to chef school.
And next up, we're gonna use our flaky Malden salt.
Can we talk about the salt for a second?
Certainly.
This salt is great for finishing. It just gives it that crispy, crunchy, yummy, salty bit.
Now we're just gonna throw it in the oven to 450. All right, we got it.
We got it. She's a little sticky.
She's a little sticky.
Woo! Look at that. If we could just imagine this would be like a sandwich for Paul Bunyan.
And then we cut them into the 20 squares, and then we just load up our bins ready for the day.
Okay, Martha, Ben is gonna teach me how to make your famous breakfast
Yeah,
sandwich.
he's the best at it.
Ben, are you ready?
I'm ready.
How do you start? You've got sausage like hand pattied.
Yep.
It's got some herbs, some green things in there, which is giving
Yep,
it a
a
little
lot of
seasoning.
seasoning.
That is thick cut bacon. Okay, it's like an egg mat.
Yep. Good amount of salt.
Notice he's high up, people, 15 inches.
Usually when I put the cheese on, then it's ready to put the sausage.
Okay.
Then put the bacon too. We're gonna fold it, and it'll complete cooking, and then we can just cut it right in half.
Yum, and 3 pieces of bacon
Yep.
in one sandwich?
We're very generous. So we're gonna give it a nice spread of garlic aioli all the way coast to coast, is what my old boss used to tell me.
Coast to coast.
Eggs on top.
This is why this is a good egg sandwich, because you have the perfect amount of egg sandwich ratio to the meat ratio to the bread to the aioli. It's like this perfect square. Ben has made a few of these sandwiches, you can tell. This is the TikTok money shot where you cut open the sandwich and fold it.
Let's make it happen.
All right, Martha is going to make us the Gigi.
This has been our most popular sandwich in the last few months. We start with our house-made mayo. This one is an herb mayo. We've got basil and parsley. Now we've got our Wild Acres smoked turkey, provolone cheese, jardinera, which we make in-house. It's a mess of vegetables, and we pickle it all.
You do everything from scratch.
We do as much as we can. It's just basically everything. Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna go in with some shredded lettuce. And then last, we're gonna shake up this red wine vinegar, oregano, and olive oil.
Yum.
Just to dress the lettuce is what we're going for.
Okay, and this is, here we go with the money shot. You gotta fold the sandwich, show the ingredients.
Yeah, we got everything in there.
I think it's time to eat some sandwiches. All right, Martha, we've spent the whole morning here making delicious sandwiches. These hash browns came out. Holy, it's like a beautiful, like almost like a brownie full of potatoey golden goodness.
Cheers.
I can never eat a McDonald's hash brown again without
That's the
thinking
goal.
about this.
That's the goal.
It's the bomb.
We're going for that crisp. There's still light potatoes on the inside. Super salty, super delicious.
All right, should we go in for the...
The bacon, yeah. This is Peterson bacon, a farm out of Wisconsin.
Oh, I love Peterson Farms. Wow, the pillow of the egg with the delicious saltiness of the cheese and the crispy bacon.
And that salt you put on the focaccia really adds to it too.
I need to have a bite of the sausage one.
That's my favorite. My breakfast order is the sausage, egg, and cheese, the side of hash browns.
The sausage is exceptional. You get that savory feeling. I almost think this could be my favorite. I thought the bacon would be my favorite, but this could be my favorite. Moving on to the Gigi that we made. The dressing with the red wine vinegar.
We're not interested in dry sandwiches.
No, they are not dry. And also like how well the focaccia holds up to the whole sandwich overall.
For sure.
If I thought I could make sandwiches like this, I would eat sandwiches all the time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was really fun to spend time with you. Here we are, like in the middle of your place during the busy time. It was a great day. Thank you.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Super fun. So I'm basically like an employee now at Marty's Deli because I learned all about the focaccia. I still have to make it at home. Marty gave me a lot of tips. Come on, taste buds, let's see if I can do it. All right, taste buds, we've been to Laune Bread and learned from Tiff about her focaccia techniques. We learned from Marty how to press, and I took all of that and I brought it home to give you an easy focaccia shortcut. So here's a tip. you can use Rhodes dinner rolls. You might think I'm a spokesperson for this company because I use them all the time, but I am not. I just use this product because I like it. I went ahead and I sprayed a piece of saran wrap with cooking spray, and I set these out overnight. Now these are 4 of the rolls, but I also happen to have a couple of the bread loaves, so I put those in there. First, you have to push down your bread, right? Just gently folding down, pushing our loaves down a little bit. And I'm poking holes in it because I'm gonna cover it with olive oil. Ooh, that looks good. Then I'm gonna make it a little fancy, and it's real easy to do. The idea is you're making a painting with your bread. I'm gonna make a little garden scene. I've got these chives here. I've got peppers, which look like flowers. I'm gonna press all this down. Then I'm going to use these peppers because they kind of look like a sunflower. I've got some oregano. As you can tell, I wasn't the best in art class. I think I want to have a little bit of grass. Okay, this looks a little bit like grass, right? Now, if you have kids, this could be a fun thing to do with them. I thought I heard Stanley coming up behind me. I can hear his little tinkling bells. Hello there, Stanley. He's like a savant when it comes to knowing when I'm in the kitchen. Okay, looks all right. There we go. Boom. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of olive oil. We want it to flavor the dough. And I'm using a Maldon sea salt. It's kind of a finishing salt. And then a little garlic salt too, just to give it a little flavor. That looks pretty good. I'm going into the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. All right, we have cooked this as long as we can. It's kind of ugly. It's puffy. I used the rolls and the dough, and clearly this is the dough side, and then this is the roll side, so it had an uneven rise. So it looks a little bit like a puffy cake. I'm not gonna be a sad panda about it because you know what? It's gonna taste delicious. And sometimes when you're making things at home, they look better than others, but we're really concerned about the taste, right? And you can see it's real puffy inside, just like focaccia would be how you'd want it. I take this little bite here. The taste is great. Buttery from that olive oil. The salt is really key. There's a little garlic hint, which is nice. It's a great recipe to try at home. It would be perfect for a sandwich if you're like thinking about Marty's Deli and we're gonna slice right through that and put a little mayonnaise on there, a little turkey, a little bacon, make ourselves a focaccia club sandwich. Yes, taste buds, that's what I would do. All right, taste buds, for more of anything that you saw today, for recipes and information about the places we visited, go to fox9.com/tastebuds. It was a great bready episode.